Hey there, beautiful people. This is Mentor Shelley coming to you once again with the fifth and final part of the series. We talked about in part one, if you're wanting to enter the job market and you have no idea where to start. We talked about in part one in getting your resume and your cover letter done. And of course, if you don't have that done, then you can definitely check out my resource at mentorshelley.com/resume-help. And we'll work one-on-one to get that done, up and running, so it can be working for you in your job search. In your job search, or as you're getting your career on the right path to start looking for opportunities. And of course, part two, we talked about wanting to make sure that you are taking care of, or you are keeping in contact with your personal network. Sometimes we take our personal network for granted until we need them. What we should definitely do is make sure that our professional network, or not professional, just network in general, is taken care of, and they are taken care of well. It shouldn't be only when you're looking for job opportunities that we connect with them, or we may just need to reconnect with them. So we talk about that in part two. Yes, and of course in part three, we talked about registering on the online job boards, such as Career Builder, Indeed, and ZipRecruiter, and also creating a profile. All of these profiles are free, so of course you definitely want to go ahead and get those done, and also be on the social media network of LinkedIn.com. If you listen to part three of the series, you'll understand why. If you don't register on any other ones, register on LinkedIn.com. It's worth it. Trust me on that. Watch part three. All right. And of course, part four, we talked about making in-person appointments with temp agencies, and we talked about the method on how to get that done, and doing it and working with it like a system. We talked about that in detail in part four. Now in part five, if you're doing all of these things, you're talking to your network, right? You're applying for jobs online on the job boards. You're putting your information out there on LinkedIn. You're talking to temporary agencies in person. Eventually, somebody's going to want to interview you. And if you're doing this right, and you're doing this on a systematic basis, you're not just doing one application a day. If you're doing one application a day, you can just stop watching this video now. Because one application a day is not going to cut it. This is the real world, people. You got to do more than that. See how many ways I'm talking about in uncovering opportunities? And doing one application a day is just not going to cut it. So I suggest, if you're serious about getting your career off the ground, or getting your economic stimulus, which is a job initially, off the ground, that you do this proactively. So doing one application a day, it's not enough. You're not going to see the results you want. But if you're systematically applying for jobs online, and you're making contact and making in-person appointments with agencies, if you're reconnecting with your personal network, and you have your resume and your cover letter ready, and letters of recommendation, which I touched on in the other parts of the series, you are going to get this wonderful thing we know as the second portion, the second step, or second or third step, depending on how you want to look at this. This is what you want. You're doing all of that to get the interview. Whether it be an in-person interview, over the phone, video conferencing, conference call. You want them to get interested enough, employers to get interested enough in you to get an interview scheduled. Now, if you're new to the job market and you have no idea how to prepare for your next job interview, I definitely have a resource available at mentorshelley.com/services/interview help, where it's a 7-part audio series that goes through in detail what you need to have, what you need to get done to be prepared for these interviews and capitalize on them as much as possible. If you're wanting to work with me directly to get a specific strategy based on the industry you're getting involved in, and I go more in depth when I work with you one-on-one, then you can definitely check out my other resource at mentorshelley.com/services/interview sessions, and I will work with you directly. When we are working together or when we're having this conversation, it's something that you can record, go over. So that's part of the services and part of the session that you can go through piece by piece, and making sure you're not only getting what is involved in the audio series, but you are also getting that one-on-one industry specific interview coaching, not just what you do in the interview, not what you do before the interview, but what you also do after the interview, and what happens once you get offered the job. So that's a lot of what we go into in the interview coaching sessions, and you can definitely access that by going to mentorshelley.com/services/interview sessions. And of course, as always, guys, I want to make sure that you are becoming a better version of yourself professionally. And if you have questions in regards to any parts of this series, you can definitely reach out to me at mentorshelley.com/contact, which you can leave me a voicemail message by clicking on the gray tab on the right side of the screen, or you can leave me a regular email message on that page. And I'll be more than happy to return the voicemails or the emails within 24 hours. And as always, if you liked this series and the series definitely helped you, like, share, subscribe, and comment on the videos, whether you're watching this on YouTube, IGTV, or on Facebook, on my Facebook page at facebook.com/Mentor Shelley's Place. As always, Mentor Shelley is here to make sure that you are a better version of yourself professionally as you live to make your dream career a reality. Take care, guys. You have a good one. Bye.